So just behind us is the Portbeg Holiday Homes. It's a series of detached and semi-detached houses, fully equipped for self-catering holidays. Now, we've got quite a story to tell here. We decided to have 3 nights self-catering in Donegal in the Bundoran area, and we had booked a place for the first 3 nights in Killybegs, and we didn't have a very good experience there. So long story short, we cancelled the first reservation, made another on the day one on booking.com yesterday for a townhouse in Bundoran. The instructions were to pick up the key at this holiday home site, the Portbeg Holiday Home site. And we turned up, and the people at the reception said, "Oh, unfortunately there's a problem with the accommodation that you've booked." So we're thinking, not again after our disastrous first night. And then the lady says, "But you can have an upgrade." And we were like, okay, that's fine, an upgrade. And what we've actually ended up with is, well, a mansion in our eyes. It's a lovely detached house that sleeps up to about 9 or 10 people. 4 bedrooms, 2 living rooms, ensuite for every bedroom, and
kitchen.
Lovely, massive, well-equipped kitchen. Nice seating area outside. Obviously a private drive to park the car. So all in all, we're pretty pleased that we got all of this for roughly about €105 a night. And it's just us. So it's probably the best upgrade we've ever had.
Yes,
So,
Iceland.
yeah, we turned up in Iceland one time many years ago, and it was about midnight, and we were on a package deal in the Hilton Reykjavik, and when we turned up they said they no longer had any double rooms left. We were like, oh no, it's midnight, we want to sleep. And then they said, but we can give you an upgrade, and we got upgraded to the executive is it an executive suite kind of room, and it had access to a lovely private executive rooms members bar with complimentary drinks and stuff. So that's the only other time we've ever had an upgrade, so it's a really nice surprise whenever it does happen. So we'll do a wee video later on of the accommodation, as it really is a great opportunity to show just what you could get if you want to travel a couple of families or a group of friends together, and stay in the beautiful west coast of Ireland. We keep joking that we normally go to Playa del Ingles for our holidays, and we keep joking that we've still got the beautiful beaches, we've still got the Atlantic Sea. It's just a wee bit further north. Just a wee bit.
The sea is quite dark today. Yesterday it was a real pale blue under the sun. It's still a sunny day, but it goes to show how the colours can change, even between different days. But absolutely spectacular surroundings and scenery. You can see right across to the other side, the other coastline there.
We actually feel like we're on a break in the sun because the weather is just spectacular. It's the end of May. Today's the 30th of May, and for the last 2 or 3 days the temperature must be up in about the mid-20s. It's very warm. There's been people sunbathing in bikinis and swimming trunks. Warm enough to do that, and the temperature seems to build up as the day goes on. So around about 4 or 5 o'clock yesterday we could honestly have closed our eyes and felt like we were in Playa English again.
Up ahead, on this side, there's a range of kind of sugarloaf shaped mountains. They're quite iconic and impressive. Kind of hazy under the sun at the moment.
And if you're wondering why we're here just now, what brought about this choice, we're unable for various reasons to get back to Gran Canaria until later in the year, but we just decided that we would love to explore our own country a little bit more, and neither of us have ever been to Donegal before. And there's a festival going on in this wee town here ahead, Bundoran, celebrating the late and great Rory Gallagher, who Paul here was fortunate enough to see in Glasgow when he was still alive.
Yeah, it was an absolutely stunning gig, the best concert I've ever attended. Absolutely heroic in the scale. The guy came on after 3, clapping ovations. To just continue the gig, because people just didn't want him to go off stage. They just wanted to keep on playing all night. So the festival that's happening every year in this area is in honour of him, and it takes place in Ballyshannon, a town near here, and also here in Bundoran. We've seen a couple of people with Rory Gallagher t-shirts having a drink yesterday at the place we were visiting.
Yeah, of course, one of the big advantages of a staycation like this on this island is the Guinness on Ireland is the best in the world.
Yeah.
Now, we did wonder why that was, why Guinness just never tastes the same in other countries, and we found out it's to do with the preservation process. A taxi driver in Dublin told us a few years back that the Guinness that stays on the island doesn't undergo the same kind of pasteurisation treatment, which is why it's got a slightly different taste. And it's a really lovely kind of fresh taste, isn't it?
It is.
Lovely, creamy, stouty flavour.
It's a little more body to it, more substance to it. These rocks are quite interesting. They're like stratified layers. Almost remind you of the Giant's Causeway, but obviously a different kind of stone.
And what is lovely walking along the kind of promenade here is it's so quiet. We've passed only 2 or 3 groups of people, so you can enjoy the sun without all the busy commercialism. It's a little bit more commercial in Bundoran itself, but still a lot quieter than your typical sunshine resort. Probably because you only get the sunshine about 2 days every year, so
Make the most of it.
you have to make the most of it.
No, sometimes
We're just
sometimes
joking.
you get surprised, with the weather. It can actually be pretty good over a longer stretch than that. But when you come to Ireland, just be prepared for all kinds of weather.
Ireland was funny last year. We stay in the Armagh area, and we literally only had 1 week of sunshine like this in the whole summer last year. But the year before we had several weeks of beautiful sunny weather. It's totally unpredictable, but when you get a sunny day in Ireland, or a stretch of sunny weather in Ireland, it really is something else, because the beaches are often pristine, and as we just mentioned, you can have a really peaceful, relaxing time wandering around in the sun, or going down and sunbathing like many people are here. So
There's quite a lot of award-winning beaches, in County Donegal. Beautiful clean sand, wide expanses. Very popular with visitors.
Something else I've noticed, I don't know if you did, Paul, there's a really strong sea smell. You know, that fragrance of the sea that I didn't really notice much when we're not, you know, in Ireland or Scotland. I don't notice that by the sea in other places. It's almost like a strong sort of seaweedy.
Yeah, very pungent.
So when the lady at reception was telling us about this area yesterday afternoon, she said that there was a swimming pool along here, and they've actually carved into the rocks below a safe swimming area that you can go down and have a swim in. And several people were yesterday. You just have to be prepared to climb a little bit over the rocks to get to it. And we'll try and get some footage of it in a minute.
Yeah, it was a fair amount of people trying it out yesterday in the sun.
So we're just coming up to the swimming pool area just now.
Yeah, this is it here.
And there we go. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit. As of yesterday, there were. Oh, no. Can always zoom in the editing.
This is pretty much before you come to the beach, but as you can see, you've got this sort of like wide platform of rock. You know, there's a girl reading there, and there's people actually stretched out further up. You know, if you don't mind, you've still got the sun. The beach itself is further up the shoreline there.
So there's just about 8 people around the swimming pool. There's a couple that have taken folding chairs, so they're all set up for the day.
Bundoran town itself is one of the Tidy Towns projects, so it's quite a neat little town. It's easy to get around. There's a kind of main street that takes up most of the, you know, the thoroughfare. A few widen streets over that, but again, the main street is the main sort of like centre of it. We were reminded of a couple of other towns like Kilkenny and Newcastle.
So it just looks like seawater in the swimming pool.
Yeah.
Not quite sure how healthy it is.